Hey guys, happy Father's Day. Today is Father's Day, so I'm making my dad some cookies. He picked
Oatmeal raisin.
his favorite, so we're going to make oatmeal raisin cookies. Ingredients are 2 eggs, granulated sugar, raisins, dark brown sugar, rolled oats, 2 sticks of butter, salt. I'm using fancy salt. Flour. You can use regular flour, or I have a giant bag of pastry flour, so I'm using that. You need baking soda, and now the spices. Vanilla extract doesn't count as a spice, but I keep it in my spice cabinet. So vanilla extract, nutmeg, ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon, and ginger. Ground ginger. I think those are all the ingredients. Now let's preheat the oven. So you're gonna preheat it to 350 degrees. And just wait. We're gonna do the flour mixture. So we're gonna mix together the flour, salt, baking soda, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger in the bowl. So for the flour, we need 1.5 cups. So we have. It smells like regular flour. So just about this flour. 1.5 cups. It's all over my fingers. Okay. Flour. Salt. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of salt. Flaky salt, fancy salt, yeah. Baking soda. This stuff is fizzy. Let me put it in like water. Stuff. Teaspoon. Okay, so it says a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. This is going to be messy, so I'm going to do it over my bowl. There may be a little extra cinnamon in here. Cinnamon. Ha. Yay, cinnamon. Now, the nutmeg is 1/4 of a teaspoon. Yay. That smells good. Now we have ginger. Same amount of ginger. Ooh. It's fine. Oh, okay. Ginger. Ginger. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. Now, we need a spatula. And you're going to mix it all together. Here, you can mix it. Mix. Mixy. So when it's mixed, it's kind of just going to look like flour with little bits of, like, other stuff in it. That's all I can explain. Now, we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to go get our butter. because the butter has been softening. Now we're gonna do my favorite part. We're gonna mix the butter and the sugar. Sugar. So, you're gonna take your softened butter and you're gonna put it in your mixer bowl. I have a stand-up mixer, obviously, so if you don't have one of these, you just use a hand mixer and you put your butter in a regular bowl. But I have this mixer, so don't do that. Butter wrapper on the floor. And butter's so hard to now. Okay, now you're gonna get my bowl up here. You're going to just start the mixer on a low setting and mix up. You're going to add a whole cup of dark brown sugar or just brown sugar into once you put the sugar in the cup, you're just going to pat it down so you have as much sugar as possible. Parental supervisor to make sure, 1, you don't eat cookie dough, and 2, you're handling the oven properly. Not handling the oven properly would be opening the door and sticking your hand in it. So don't do that. I have brown sugar. If you pack it in and you put it in, it'll keep its form and it'll just look like a hunk of sugar. Yeah, sugar on my fingers. So now you're gonna need 1/3 of a cup of white. Not necessarily white. I've seen like little brownish white sugar, but granulated sugar is usually white, so granulated sugar, and you're gonna pour it in there like snow, and then you're gonna mix it up. The butter is getting stuck on my mixer thing, so I'm gonna use my spatula from earlier, or later. What's the time? Don't know. I don't know usually. So now you're gonna mix it up. When you're done, your butter and sugar mixture will look more like brown sugar because there's more brown sugar in it. The brown sugar took over the color. So it'll look more like brown sugar. And it'll taste a little more like brown sugar. Make sure not to eat this all. I have a parent in the room. Make sure I'm not eating all this butter and sugar and giving myself a stomachache. So, yeah, that's going to be your butter and sugar. So, now, you're going to take your eggs. I have one. You're going to take your eggs. You're going to get everything off so it's your mixer. You're going to take your eggs and you're going to beat them into the mixture, like one at a time. So, first egg, crack. Into the mixer. Now, we will mix. You want to scrape down the sides of your bowl to get everything in the middle. So everything gets mixed. So once your first egg is incorporated, which is a fancy word, you're going to take the second egg, which are left over here. Yeah. Don't eat this. Don't eat this. It may look like the butter and sugar mixture. See? Looks like it. But no. You want your vanilla extract? Here. And I have a tablespoon of that. Blah, 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 blah. This is the sound that, like liquids make. And then you're going to pour it in. And then you're going to mix. So, now we're gonna mix the oatmeal and raisins. So you want 3 cups of oatmeal. They're supposed to be rolled oats, and they can't be instant oatmeal. So, got my cup measure here. One cup. 2 cups. And 3 cups. So, you're gonna want 1.5 cups of raisins. So, half cup of raisins, important. And then I'll do the cup of raisins. And then, gonna get like a kind of a spoon, like a wooden spoon. And you're gonna mix the oatmeal and the raisins. You're gonna wanna do this because the raisins will be in chunks. So you're gonna wanna separate those chunks. Mix it around so that there's oatmeal and raisins in all of the cookies. All right, so now you're gonna want to get your flour mixture and your egg, butter, and sugar mixture. You wanna pour a little bit of that flour in. Pour a little bit of that flour in. And then you're gonna wanna mix. So you're gonna keep doing that, pouring flour in and then mixing, pouring flour in and then mixing until you don't have any more flour. And with your mixture, when you're done putting the flour in the mixture, it's gonna have the texture of cookie dough because it is cookie dough. I probably shouldn't have eaten that. So now you're gonna want to pour in the raisins and the oats. Once you do that, it's probably going to be better to mix with your hands or your spatula instead of your mixer. So we're done, and it smells really good. So now we're going to go over there, and we're going to put it on the pans, and we're going to bake it. When you're going to be done, your mixture is going to look like this. Mine looks a little different because I didn't have as much raisins. Yours will probably have a lot more raisins in it, but it'll look a little bit like this. So now you're gonna want to get your pan. Get a pan. You can grease that pan, or you can put on parchment paper, or you can use like reusable things. There's reusable things that you can use instead of parchment paper. So this is the tray. I have a reusable thing. So you're just gonna take a kind of a handful of cookie dough. You're gonna roll it in your hands. It's really sticky. And you're gonna just gonna plop it there. You're gonna wanna evenly space them. So we're gonna do that. So if you want your cookies not to be like balls of cookie dough, you're gonna just take a spatula that I have here, and you're gonna, here, I'll do this one. You're gonna squish down the cookie. The spatula's a little sticky, but you're gonna smush that cookie down. And that's what you're gonna do to all of them. Squish. And then I'm gonna try and, this batter is a little sticky, but yeah. And then you're gonna wanna wash your hands because your hands are gonna be sticky. Now, we're gonna take our cookies, we're gonna put them in the oven that we preheated, and we're gonna cook them for 9 to 13 minutes. It's a weird kind of thing. 9 to 13 minutes. What's in the middle of 9 and 13? I'm gonna do 11 and check on them regularly. Done. Time to get them. I have extra batter, so I'm going to make another batch, but this is just the first batch. And then we will get taste tests. All right. Cookies. All right. So you're going to put the cookies out, and you're going to let them cool for a little bit. Because they're really hot. So I'll just wait for them to cool, and then I will get my dad to taste one, because he'll probably have had 3 by then. Just cookies. Cookies.
Amazing.
He has been pleased. Yay. Hey guys, happy Father's Day. Thank you for baking these oatmeal raisin cookies with me and my dad. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of the other yummy treats that we will bake. Bye.
Happy Father's Day.